Hello and welcome back to our video. In today's video, we would be discussing about the SD-WAN controller deployment options. In today's world of the digital transformation and digital changes in regards of the organization infrastructure connectivity from on-prem to the cloud, from the branches to the data center, organization need a secure solution over the internet, and that's where SD-WAN comes into the picture. Now, as we know, SD-WAN stands for a software defined wide area network, right? So now what we would be doing in this video, we would be talking about the different SD-WAN controller deployment options, right? So they are hybrid, there is the, on-prem cloud, but now what are the pros and cons of each of them, right? That's where we would be talking about which option comes with what pros and what cons, right? So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of Cisco SD-WAN deployment option of the controllers.
What is the type of the deployment is that we are talking here about the controller deployment. So what are the possible options we can have to deploy the controller? Number one is the Cisco Cloud Ops, which is easy and is majorly organization does use this option. So what does it mean by that? Cisco will is offering a services where they said that okay, we will host this, we manage and we want and we smart for you in our cloud. Okay. And they said that we will provide you the public IP address and you can access this from your locations, and they will do the patching and everything whatever is required over the period. So the Cisco is going to host your cloud, I mean these controllers into their cloud, and you can access, you can do whatever the changes you want to do it. It just the virtually they are hosted into their environment, right? Or in their cloud. So you don't need to arrange your VMware, you don't need to arrange your ESX and all those stuff. Everything is being taken care by the Cisco from the hosting point of view of these controllers, right? That's the good option because you don't need to find out the IP addressing, netting, and all those stuff. That's I mean all that is being taken care by Cisco. Other option is the MSP ops team. So managed service provider kind of the solution where your MSP does manage this. What does it mean by that? Is that let's say you are taking a services from the Orange business, or you are taking a service from the British Telecom or maybe other service provider. They say that okay, we are your managed service provider, we will host these controllers in our infrastructure or in their cloud, whatever they have. And they say that okay, we will take care of the service, right? So that's what we call it a managed services. Other one is the enterprise IT. So you say, hey, I don't trust on a Cisco, I don't trust on a MS, I mean on my service provider, I want everything to be in-house or on my cloud, private cloud, right? That's where you being as an enterprise, you can host your cloud, I mean all your controller within your data center or in your private cloud, right? So that's where your responsibility got increased because you have to ensure that your hardware is enough capable to support this, your physical connectivity is enough to stable that. So you're, of course you got more security where you ensure that hey, I am not trusting anyone, I want to do everything in on my premises. That's what the this option come in. Okay, so they provide the option for everything. I mean you can host on the Cisco, you can host on your service managed service provider, or you being an enterprise IT expert, you maybe in a banking, you say that I am in a banking, I don't want to take any kind of the the risk keeping this on the Cisco cloud or any other managed service provider cloud. All the services are managed internally by me. I'm going to take care this to put it in my private cloud or in my data center. So these are the three options we have to deploy. We have the options to deploy the controllers, and you can form these in a redundant manner. Whatever is that, let's say you have, if you are working with the enterprise IT solution, you say, hey, I want to have the one set of the pair in my Europe data center, other set of the pair in the US data center from the redundancy point of view. If it is a MSP, you can ask them to, hey, I want to ensure these services to be 100% available. That's where they will go back and do the hosting at the two places. Similarly, that you can ask Cisco as well. Okay. Any question on that?
Say these three devices should be on the same place, right? We cannot keep it a different place, right?
You can keep it anywhere, doesn't matter, those has to be at the same place. It's not like that they have to be having us everything into the same subnet. No, it can
There
be
is
in any.
any condition like if you're keeping in a different place, there is any delay criteria, something is there, delay latency
No
jitter
delay criteria. No delay criteria. It should be the reachable as far as, and they should be able to form the DTLS connection. So there is a
something, right?
no like a latency that, hey, you should be having within the 10 millisecond latency or 5 millisecond latency. As far as the connectivity is there, they are good with it. Deployment, what are the kind of the VS deployment we can have it? So previously we were talking about the controller deployment. Now we are talking about the what are the possible option of the VS deployment. Okay, so there are other scenario than this. I'm just taking you some of the reference that how you can connect it. Okay, so let's say you have a small office which was previously having an MPLS circuit, was running on the legacy router. You can connect the MPLS on the VH. So this icon is indicating the VH. So you can take that MPLS directly connect to your VH router. There is no need of C. There is no need of any other stuff. The link can be directly terminated on your VS. That's where VS will act as an C. Okay. Other option, if you have more than one service provider on the same location, but you don't have the device redundancy, you can terminate both the provider on the same device, and same device can utilize both of the transport depending on the whatever the configuration you did it. Okay, so you can terminate more than one transport on the same device, right? Other way is that you have the one internet, another MPLS, which is a bigger site, and having the two VS router on the local site. Okay, that's where you can take the /29, because in this case /29 is needed, right? So you can use the /29 and can use some device which can extend the connection, so that you can take one connection here, another connection directly on the other device, right? Third of, and then you can connect similarly the MPLS. So each of these devices have both the transport. So let's say if the LAN is connected here, core switch, right? Okay, and this core is further connected to the both the VSs. Because of some preference you put it, your traffic, let's say is hitting on this one, it can split the traffic across both the path, right? So that's how your traffic can utilize. And if this device goes down, you got the device level redundancy as well, right? That's how it will go like this. And if either of the transport goes down, of course, other transport will be used, whatever it is available, right? Similarly, if so, in this case, you need a /29, right? What if you have a /30? How you can deploy is this solution can work. So /30 means that you have two IP addresses. So dot 1 is here, right? Dot 2 is here, right? And what does it mean by that? This to this internet is terminated. Here to here the MPLS is terminated, right? So whatever the IP addresses you have, /30. Now what we can do is that we can do the TLOC extension between this to this device, back-to-back connectivity, and can extend the internet from this device to this device, right? And MPLS connection from this device to this device. That's where this guy will have both and the other guy will also have both, because by this back-to-back link, you have extended the TLOC connectivity, or you have extended the both the transport to each other, right? I will connect you about the how the TLOC does work, but just assume that by doing the TLOC extension, you can pull out the other ISP as well on the different device, right? Now, coming back on the other one, you can have an internet directly terminated to this guy, and there is already C which can be used. We can take the further extension from C as well, and this will go to the MPLS. So all the possible connections are there as far as you are able to build the reachability from the A end to the B end. Okay. And depending on the number of the interfaces you have, you can terminate a number of the ISP. Okay. So let's say you have 4 interfaces available on the device, you can terminate the 4 ISPs on it. It's just matter of giving the different color to it.